We always wanted to travel more, but with our jobs, we just couldn't get the time off.
So you had to give up ice cream, which we really, really love.
I have to make sure my beard is nicely groomed, so there's some things in there for that.
I've started making custom-made bracelets.
Hi, I'm Shane.
And I'm Shelby.
And this is our rig Escanor.
This is our living space. I'm going to start over here with our full-length mirror. This was a must-need. We actually put this in. I'm way too short for our other one. Above the door here, we have our hat rack. Over here, we have like more storage. And so this cube is just like Monte stuff. This one's like a quick grab one. We got like sunscreen, bug spray, bear spray, all of the like important things that we need to like quickly grab. Then more shoe storage underneath. So this is our 6-foot couch. It's amazing. I can fully lay down on it. Shane can fully lay down on it. I've actually taken a nap on it. It's pretty comfy. This is our swivel table. You can spin the top off, take the pull off. We got all our supplies at a hardware store, and it's super nice. We can have it over here. We can use it as a desk. We usually eat on it. And then under this one, we have pots, pans, plates, bowls, all the stuff for eating on or cooking with. And then this last one, we have a pantry with like our heavier items, so that way they don't topple over on our other pantry storage. And then over here we have all our clothes, like our not as nice clothes storage. This is our kitchen. We have our sink here. It's kind of small, but we make it work. This is really nice to have, to be able to move the faucet. Whiskey decanter with our fun like Doctor Who themed glassware. Our toothbrush holder by the sink is really nice and handy. That doesn't go anywhere when we're moving and traveling. We have our glassware up here. We had a problem before we moved in. We had so many glasses that we had to pare down and pick our favorites. So those are all safely stored up here. We actually had to put all these like locks and latches on because we had a mishap where this fell open and there was a couple broken glasses. This up here is our tea and coffee section. I drink tea, Shane drinks coffee, and so we just kind of store everything up there. Spice rack is up here, which is really handy when cooking right above the stovetop. This is just like a simple 2-burner camp stove that's hooked up to our propane line. Pretty easy. Up here we have more of our food storage. It is the more lighter stuff, so it doesn't come flying out. And then in here we have our silverware drawer, utensils, everything that we need is right there. This is where we store our fridge. We have a 12-volt fridge that stores under here that we slide out. We have to make sure we definitely latch that. So it's pretty small, so we have to plan pretty well on our meals, and like grocery shopping we have to be really conscious of how much cold stuff we buy. It's actually originally like the bigger side. It's like 2 sections. The bigger side's like was a freezer, but we're using it all as a fridge. So we had to give up ice cream, which we really, really love. And it's like our favorite, and we're really sad about it. But it works great. Gets the job done. We haven't had any real issues with it. We've gotten used to just having only fridge space and not any freezer space. Then over here we have our trash cabinet, little trash can that we use. And then under our sink we have all our like cleaning supplies, trash bags, and then our little gray water tank that the water will pour into.
Why this kind of life? Why did we pack everything up, move full-time into a box truck? I mean, it came down to we were spinning our wheels. We were living in Colorado. Both had jobs that, you know, we were making good money. We were working a lot though, and we were barely getting by every month. We were just kind of getting tired of that, the fact that we would put so many hours and just weren't able to get anywhere. And so we were like, okay, maybe we need to move to a less expensive area. We couldn't really figure out where we wanted to move. And so we started looking nomadically. Came across this box truck, fell in love. We looked at a couple other buses and rigs, but this one really felt like us. And we pulled the trigger, put our condo on the market, and packed up and hit the road.
I've started making custom-made bracelets that are all tie knots and names, and I've done dogs, butterflies, different pictures and things that it's like made out of embroidery floss. My Etsy shop is called Box Truck Crafts, and so I'm getting that up and going, doing that, and it's been much more relaxing than what I was doing previous to this life, and really fun and creative, and I get to show myself through the bracelets, even though they are for other people.
I still work part-time for the company that I previously was with. I went to them, I was with them for 8 years. I went to them and said, hey, look, we want to go travel the country. So I'm going to put my notice in. If you'd like, though, I could handle your online stuff. And they jumped on that. So I'm just basically take care of their website. At first it was a lot more work, but now that it's up and rolling, it's just kind of maintenance here and there, corresponding with some customer questions, things like that. So pretty minimal. What I'm doing on the side after that is I'm actually working on my spoon carving. So recently got into spoon carving. I've really enjoyed it. It's amazing to just, especially in this life, because we can go out somewhere, we can find different wood in the area that we were camping, associate it with that area that it was found or carved, and get to make something functional and beautiful out of it. I'm kind of honing those skills right now, and I'm planning to have a shop as well, just like the bracelets, and selling those spoons to anyone who wants an awesome spoon. So this is our bathroom as well as our shower, doubles as both. We decided to go with a composting toilet that we got off Etsy from a veteran-owned company called King Crapper. We've been really enjoying it. The reason why we didn't go for like something like a Nature's Head or similar product like that is because we didn't want to have to vent and wire it in. That would really limit the space that we have in our shower. We'd have to almost sit on it in order to shower. So this way we can actually just remove it whenever we need to shower. Gives us a lot more space in there. The shower is basically full size, so that's been amazing for us. Living on the road, things get dirty, so when you can clean up, it feels really nice. We have 40 gallons of fresh water. We also carry 2 6-gallon blue jugs as reserve. So if we're ever out someplace and we really don't want to head into town to find more water, we got a little bit extra to get us by. So on the outside of our bathroom here, we have 2 little cubes. These are amazing. They basically just keep everything that we need in the morning to get ready. We have a small little mirror here so we can do the close-up work. You know, that's really important and stuff. Back here we have a little signed comic from the cover artist Jim Lee. It's from the Dark Crystal. We're kind of self-proclaimed nerds and really enjoy comic stuff, anime, anything like that. Got a D&D shirt on, definitely play some D&D. So we wanted to represent that in our rig. You'll kind of see that scattered throughout. Down below, we have Monte's little station, our Chihuahua. He's got his water bowl there, and the feeder is designed for food, but he gets it for his pill. He has a heart condition, and so the little guy needs to get his pill on a regular basis. Sometimes we do not want to get out of bed at 7 a.m., and so that thing takes care of it. Over here, we have lots of hooks as well. We got a hook here, got a couple hooks here. These little towels, these really quick dries, are amazing for just like cleaning up quick, dry within minutes, and put them away. We have an AC unit here. Don't use it much. We need to be hooked in. Unfortunately, we don't have enough solar to handle when it's on, just when we're boondocking out somewhere. But really nice when we are plugged in, whether it's at friends, family, or if we happen to pay for a camp spot that has electricity. This thing gets the job done. A few minutes and it's freezing in here. Pros are more free time, just requiring less, and that includes money, that includes stuff. It's more about experiences and enjoying the experience versus filling a house with things. And that's definitely the track that we were on before, and now it's been great. Seeing the country has been awesome. We always wanted to travel more, but with our jobs we just couldn't get the time off, and so we spent a lot of time just kind of at home when we had free time. And now we can get out, we can see the national parks, we can see state parks, we can just drive down a road and see what's down there. I mean, some of the cons for me at least is it has its own anxiety, it has its own stress. It's not like you leave your house and you hit the road and it's like stress-free, carefree. It's just a different type of stress. You know, where are we going to find water? Do you think we can get down that road without bottoming out? Or, you know, oh geez, we're running out of propane. It's getting pretty cold. We need to move. Oh shoot, our battery dies. So like, there's aspects of it that you have to work through, but I mean, other cons, I don't know if
I guess limiting our showers, like our water, like we have to be really careful about our water usage. So like, you know, the shower is a precious thing, and carefully planning our meals because we only have a certain amount of space is kind of a con. A con for me is I'm not able to bake as much as I used to, and that was a really big hobby for me. So we're gonna try to figure out ways to do it on our stovetop to make that work. But yeah, our pros, yeah, seeing this beautiful country and what it has to offer, and yeah, being us.
That's true.
Like we get to be us, and it's been
that is true.
Like the most we've been us, I think.
All right, so over here before we hit the bedroom, we have our closet space. This is just part of our storage for clothes, but all of our nice hang clothes goes up here. Sometimes you want to go out on the town, you don't just want to wear a t-shirt, so we have the space to hang it up, which is really nice. Down below is a shoe storage. We probably have way too many shoes, but again, you never really know what you're gonna need. So that's really nice to have when we need it. Right in front of that is actually our Olympia Wave propane heater. And so really nice when we are feeling a little chilly at night, flip that on and it heats up this space. Being close to the bed is amazing because the heat just comes up and goes straight in. Above here, we have a little bit of extra storage up top. This is more of our bathroom stuff. So large bottles of like something, lotion or whatever that we need. I have to make sure my beard is nicely groomed, so there's some things in there for that. Below that, we have our oven. We went with a Breville Smart Oven, which has been wonderful. We can bake, we can air fry, just about anything in that. Reheat, it's just great. We just plug it in and go. Back here in our bedroom, up top, we have, of course, our bed. It's a queen size bed, so really nice. Nothing had to be cut down on that. Fit just perfectly. We have a TV in the back here, but honestly, we don't really use the TV much. Most of the time, we are watching on like a laptop on the couch, but every so often, if we feel like hanging out in bed on a rainy day, that's really nice to have. We also have our bookshelf up here. We are running out of room, so we're gonna try an e-reader. Don't know how that's gonna go, but we at least have some storage for books if we want to pick up any more. It's just getting a little slim. We really enjoy the wood kind of transition from our living space to our bedroom. Makes it feel more like a bedroom versus just all one big space, one big room. We have a nice little vent fan here, so when it gets hot on those summer nights and we can't run our AC, we flip that on and get some really nice airflow. Beyond that, we ended up putting a couple little shelves up in here. That way when we're up there, say we want to keep our water bottles up there or your phone, you can just stick that right in instead of coming down, setting it on a counter and leaving it. All right, so our bed does lift up. Something really unique that we like is that we can just hoist this thing up and we have all this extra storage space under here. Majority of this is storage. It allows us to keep a lot more things that we really want it to have. We even have a whole game cube under here, not the video game, but bunch of board games hanging out in there. And we really enjoyed board games and we wanted to bring some along with us. Obviously we couldn't bring them all, but we were able to fit some with this much storage space. We also have our 40-gallon fresh water tank under here. So easy access, easy to see fill line going on there. We have a little Starlink storage, so it's out of the way when we're driving or don't need it. Our control panel is hanging out here. So we got our pump, basically check out our electricity, see how we're doing on our battery bank there. Some old controllers that when we switched over to a different inverter, we just didn't do the work to like remove them. But they're fine, they just sit there. We also have our tankless propane heater for a water heater. We have that for our shower and for our sink. We honestly really only use it for the shower. It takes a little too long to warm up for our sink, so we end up just wasting too much water. But this we can control the temp on. Really nice, close to the shower in case, you know, it's not hot enough. So on the other side, we have our battery bank is under here as well. We are UL listed, so we can plug in no problem at like an RV park. We don't really go to them much, but if we did, we could. We have all those fuses to keep us running when something maybe pulls too much power. We have 3,000 watt inverter and 800 amp hours of battery. That complements our 300 watts of solar. A little bit out of balance there, but so far we haven't had any issues and we're not quite ready to spend the money on more solar panels yet. If we ever run into issues, we have plenty of space on this box roof to add more. We also have something that's kind of fun and unique that we didn't want to let go when we moved in. We have a record player down here. So we do have vinyl. At the moment, we need to do a little work on it. The belt's a little off, so not quite up to snuff right now, but when we get that fixed up, we can get bumping in here if we want to, spinning some vinyl. So down here, we also have our roller skates. That is something that we really enjoy doing, and hard to find a place to use them when we're out in the middle of nowhere boondocking, but when we're rolling through a city and we see a nice patch of concrete that we can take them out on, we enjoy doing that. So having this extra storage space is amazing to bring some of our hobbies along for our ride. And beyond that, you can see our pass-through through the cab. That is something important that we wanted to have. It's really helpful for when we're on the road. Say we hear something fall back here, or someone needs to use the restroom or something, we don't have to worry about pulling over. There was a time where we got stuck in standstill traffic for 2 hours, and so it was really easy. We came back, we made sandwiches. It was all good. 2 hours flew by. So that pass-through has been amazing to have. It also allows Monte to kind of mull back and forth when we're driving. He gets a little antsy when he's up front, so he'll come back and lay back here sometimes as well. I guess, so some advice that I would give to anyone watching this video, especially if you're interested in this lifestyle, I guess I have a couple. One is pull that trigger. If you're thinking about it and you're really into it, the fear, the anxiety is just going to keep you stalled out in that spot. We were that way for a while, and it wasn't until we found this rig that kind of pushed us, and we just said, let's do it. And we just barely thought about it, just let's do it. The other thing is, and something that we've definitely, we shouldn't even be self-conscious, but we are a little self-conscious about it, is we actually got our box truck already built. It was built by a couple that traveled the lower 48, and they were ready to settle down and they were looking to sell it. I know you see a lot of these videos or meet a lot of people who do their entire build, and that's amazing. Like, we would have loved to do it, but for us, it wasn't right. Our living situation, our working situation, there was too much chance that we were going to stall out on the build process. And we knew that, and we didn't want to take that chance. We really wanted to do this life. And so we found a rig, we bought it already converted, we've put our own touches on it, we've changed a few things, and it feels just, if it's as much ours as if we built it.
I guess my advice would be, you have to be willing to be vulnerable. Breakdowns happen, or even if you're traveling by yourself, yeah, breakdowns happen, or if you're traveling with your partner, you get to know your partner very, very, very well. And you have to get comfortable with things that you were not comfortable with before, and just kind of get over it. And it's been really freeing and amazing and incredible, and just, yeah, being willing to be in that vulnerable state is probably my best advice I can give you.
If you want to follow along, see what we're up to, see where we're going, what sort of shenanigans we're getting into, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Escanor Travels. So at Escanor Travels. That's for both handles. And we post daily on those, and you can check us out there. For our businesses,
for my bracelet business, you can find my bracelets. They're all custom made to order, so you get to pick the colors, everything, and I will work with you. With the dog bracelets, I work with you on what dog breed you want, and we'll get it done. You can find those and order those at my Etsy shop called Box Truck Crafts, being that we live in a box truck. And when he gets his spoons up and going, we will add the spoons to that same Etsy shop.
So
Box Truck Crafts.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of awesome stuff coming to that Etsy shop, and also to our social media. So thank you so much for coming to see our home. Thanks for meeting us and for meeting our pup Monte.